Today I'm going to talk about the things you would need after you successfully get your CPN. Now, the CPN is a 9-digit number that acts as a social security number. I don't like saying that because it's not a social. You can't use it for certain things as when it pertains to the government or finances. You can only use it for credit purposes. So I like to call it like a secondary credit number or certified profile, secondary profile number, whatever you want to call it. Okay, the things you're going to need before you even get a CPN. Well, you can get your CPN, but when you get your CPN, you're going to need these things to make the process smooth, no dings, whistles, and red flags. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The first thing you're going to need is a never before used address, an address that you have never received mail at, an address that you never sent mail, and an address that you have never had nothing forwarded to or used on any credit, used as a reference on any credit application in the past. And the reason with this being is that because if you use address that you use on a credit reference back in the past, it will cause your old profile, credit profile, and your new CPN profile to merge, and consequently, when they merge, they will the new CPN will be no longer good. You have to get a new CPN. So you always want to keep them two things separate: your CPN profile and your old credit profile. The goal is to put your credit profile on the back burner. You build a CPN up, and you use that forward in life. And we'll talk about how good it stays, how long it stays good in another video. This is just the things you will need when you're getting your CPN. And the address that you use is going to be random address. We can talk about how to get the mail and stuff forwarded later, but you have to get it established in the system first. And this is called tri-merging, which we'll talk about later as well. And the length of residency you want to start off with is 5 years and more. The thing the credit bureaus look at the most is stability and equity. So when you're staying somewhere for 5 years or more, you're at your job for 5 years or more, they look at this person, this new profile, because it's all digital. It's not really an actual person. They look at you as this person's very stable. He's consistent. He knows what he's doing. He's not gonna do nothing off the radar. That's what you want to convey to the credit bureaus. And your rent and mortgage payments will be between $500 and $600 a month. You don't want to go past those thresholds. You can fidget a little bit, but you want to stay within those thresholds. The ideal credit range is based off a set of individuals that have a pretty good credit score, and they're the norm. So their mortgage and rent payments are between $500 and $600. So you want to stay within that range. And the next thing you're going to need is a new email address. And the thing I've noticed is when you try Gmail or you try Yahoo, they will ask you for a phone number to verify. And you don't want to just put any old information from your old credit profile onto this new one. So you're going to start fresh. This is creating a new identity technically. And Outlook is the best option I saw. You might find other mail servers that kind of act as Outlook. They don't ask for no phone verification. You set up the email, it's good to go, it's ready. And the next thing you're going to do is get a new phone number. Now, I went to I get a track phone from Walmart. You can get it from Family Dollar, Dollar General, and many other stores. The phone was like $24.99, and the service plan only lasts for 30 days. That was $15 for, I think, a certain amount of gigabytes or whatever. But I have Wi-Fi, so I knew that I was going to not run through it as fast. But as time progresses, I will get the $100 plan, and it lasts for a whole 365 days, which is a year. So once I put the $100 on there for 365 days, I don't got nothing to worry about for the whole year. And that's the next step with the track phone. But it's a whole new number, not associated with me at all, and it's just going to work out. And you could also do Google Voice. Google Voice is an option, but sometimes they need a phone to link your Wi-Fi type number. It's like a Wi-Fi track phone number. They're gonna link it to your phone. Sometimes they don't. So it just depends. I think it depends on your profile or whatever. But Google Voice is an option. Text Now. They don't really like to accept Wi-Fi numbers, because we're going to talk about chart merging in another video, and that comes into play with your phone number, address, and all that stuff. Like I said, this is an investment. You can't be afraid to spend money. It will come back to you 10 times fold, I promise you. I know that some credit profiles, CPNs, have built up to a credit limit of 80 grand or more. So this is the process to start from fresh credit and build it up to where you could get unlimited credit usage from any bank, any credit bureau, any credit card holder. I know some profiles that have been built up to 80 grand or more with people's actual credit who's been trashed. So you have to take the time and build the CPN. You cannot rush it. And with your employer, you're going to need a new employer. It can be your old employer. It cannot be your current employer, because this will also cause things to look funny and merge. And the info that you input into the employer slot on any credit applications must match the 411 information. And if you go to 411, you Google 411information.com, you put in an employer, and whatever address and number comes up, that's the one you're going to use. You can pick any employer you want, as long as it's not your current employer. And the thing behind this is you're going to want to always pick the manager as your title, and you're always going to put 5 years or more, and your minimum salary is always going to be 50 grand or more. Remember, this is a new identity. You want to make it the best identity you can make it. So why not shoot for the moon? My credit profile, I put $83,000 a year. It's between, it says $50,000 and $85,000 a year. So I just 50 is a minimum. I put 83. I'm going to shoot for the moon. Why not? See what happens. But you can buy as many CPNs as you want to try it out. The next thing you're going to want to do for your CPN is, that's about it. Let me go start at the beginning. You want a never before used address. You want a new email, a new phone number, a new employer or previous employer. Just make things look legit and good and everything okie dokie. So we're gonna recap. The move-in date and your employment date has to be the same as well. So what I did was got a Google Doc. I put the phone number on there, the email on there, the employer, the pay rate that I put, the salary I put, the residence, the amount I pay for the residence, the move-in date, and the employment date. And I printed it out and I just put it on the wall so I know what to put every time I apply for something, so I won't have a misstep or incorrect information. And these are the keys that you could use when you get your CPN. Now, if you're looking for a CPN, I will also make a video next on how to try merge your CPN. Because, like, say someone's selling a CPN, they'll sell one for $80, untry merged. They'll sell one tri merged for like $120, and they'll sell one tri merged with trade lines for $200. I did jump off the ship and buy one for $200 because I wanted to just really just take this thing running and make it fresh profile. But you can get an untried merge CPN for $50 to $80, and you could try merges yourself. You can also add trade lines yourself. So it's not like you got to spend a ton of money to actually start fresh with the credit profile. And the next video, I'm gonna show you how to try merge a CPN, the steps that it takes, how long it takes. But click in the description below to go to the website to read more about CPNs and how to go about getting a CPN to start rebuilding your credit. The process with this is to put your old credit on the back burner and build the CPN up to where it's in a great standing position. You can just use that for years and years. Some CPNs will come to a halt. Some CPNs will run forever. But the goal with the CPN is to build your own credit profile up while it's in the back burner, rebuilding itself. And your new CPN is how you move about life and, do your expenses and things like that, because it's about making money. Subscribe to this channel. Go to the link below to the website. to learn about credit things and getting a CPN, and also removing late payments from your actual credit. Like I said, you want to rebuild your credit within the time you're using your CPN. So that's what this channel is about: rebuilding your credit while your CPN is in the forefront and your credit's on the back burner. So, thank you.